attól nagyjá nő, anélkül elsorvad. Hazaszeretet nélkül nincs nemzet, csak horda. A nagy nemzeteket azt tette nagyjá. A hazaszeretetet sem lehet magyarázni, mint nem lehet az egészséget, ami nélkül meghal a test. Mi belőlük, magyarokból? Hát nem veszitek észre, hogy 10 évek óta próbálják kilopni, és vele egyetlen erőnket, a lelkünk önérzetét. Közös nemzeti kincsünk a vagyonunk, az eszünk, a becsületünk és az időnk. Ezeket a kincseket lopjuk meg ma, minden nap, kis hazállatásokkal.
Idegen vérű és beszédű kenyeres jóbajtársaim, kikkel együtt bolyongtam az emberiség ligetét, kiket szerettem, és kik szerettétek, lágy szívem nyitott és éneklő sevét. Nekem is már higgyétek el, hogy zordasszóm és homlokom sepeg. Nekem is fáj, hogy búcsúzom, mert immár más utakra kell mennem, de így szól most a trónja vesztett Magyaristen parancsa bennem, és én nem tagadhatom meg őt. Most, mikor beteg és reszkető, mikor nincs többé hatalma, mikor paláskát szafatos és fekvőhelyes szalma. Nincs más testvérem, csak magyar. Ha virrasztok, miatta állott osztom. Csak tőle kérek kenyeret, s csak ő, kivel a kenyeret megosztom. Sok tévejgés és sok kanyar után jutottam el ide. A bűnös is, magyar. S a tolvaj is, magyar. S a gyilkos is, magyar. Itt nincsen alkú, nincsen semmit te. Gyűlöletesti ünneplő ruháját és virágos lelkét vitoptatva henceg. Mi elesettek párják vagyunk, testvérek a nyomorban és a bűnben, sápadtak, torzak, bélyeges fegyencek, zúgjon hát fel a magyar Zsoltár, dúljon a boldog éji álmokon, seperjen át a fekete, tarajos és hideg hullámokon, vérkönnyek csepegő fáklyák fényeinél, Babilon fényeinél, nyelvemre forró tüzet öntsetek, mikor elfelejtetek. Ha vizet viszom, epévé változzék, ha 10 mit lenyelek, ha téged elfelejtelek. Nyelvemen izzóvas szeget üssenek át, mikor nem téged emleget. Hunjon ki 2 szemem világ, amikor nem rád tekint népem. Te szent, te kárhozott, te drága. Száraz nyelvem kisebzett, égő fejem szavart. Elindulok, mint egykor Csoma Sándor, hogy felkutassak minden magyart. Székelyek ott a Bérceg szikla mellén, üljetek mellém. Magyarok ott a Tisza partján, magyarok ott a Duna partján, magyarok ott a Tóthegyek közt, s a Bácskai szőlőhegyek közt, üljetek mellém. Magyarok Afrikában, Ázsiában, Párizsban vagy Amerikában, üljetek mellém. Ti esztár születők, ti porlócsunk, ősök, ti réghalott regősök, ti vértanúk, ti hősök, üljetek mellém, ülj ide, gyűjj ide népem, és hallgasd, amint énekelek, amint a hárpa búrjait, feszült idegen búrjait jajgatva tépem. Ó népem, drága népem, dalolj velem!
hogy ilyenek. Hol a reflektor? Hát minket világít, nem őket. Micsoda dolog? Szóljanak már, hogy nem minket világítson, őket világít. Na, végül. Jönnek a csuhászok! Jönnek a csuhászok! Jön a király!
Engels, Lenin, Stalin zászlaja alatt, előre a béke a népek szabadságának szent ügyéért.
After Stalin's death, Hungary had remained under the ruthless dictatorship of Mátyás Rákosi.
It was a saying at that time, it was like a joke. There's only three kinds of people in Hungary: who was in jail, who is in jail, and who will be in jail for political reasons.
Like Stalin, Rákosi killed and imprisoned his rivals, but people were expected to cheer and conform. The new Kremlin leadership disapproved of Rákosi. A senior Soviet official was sent to deal with him.
2 hét múlva jött Mikoyan, az őrmény.
Mikoyan, the Armenian wheeler dealer, arrived.
Rákosival mentünk ki Rákosért.
Rákosi and I went to meet him at the airport and took him back by car.
És hoztuk be Mikoyan. Már majdnem beértünk.
We were almost at the guest house when Mikoyan turned to Rákosi and said, "The Soviet leadership has decided you are ill."
Úgy döntött, hogy maga beteg.
Well, Rákosi didn't think he was ill. But of course, in those days, illness was a political decision. Mikoyan continued, "You will need treatment in Moscow, so you will have to resign."
The Soviets allowed András Hegedűs to remain prime minister. But reformers in the Hungarian Communist Party sought a leader more independent from Moscow. They wanted Imre Nagy to take over. Like Gomulka in Poland, Nagy was seen as a leader who would reform the party. The Soviet embassy in Budapest was uneasy.
Ambassador Andropov sensed the possible danger and warned Moscow. He sent a lot of telegrams, he made phone calls, and even went to Moscow himself. He tried to warn everybody, but it was all in vain. Khrushchev thought he could cope with the situation.
Inspired by Gomulka's success in Poland, thousands poured into the streets of Budapest. Students and workers demanded free speech, the disbanding of the secret police, and the withdrawal of Soviet troops. They paraded Hungarian flags with the communist emblem torn out.
I was stopped halfway across Margit Bridge by women students. One of them asked me for my army cap. She pinned the Hungarian national colours to it and thrust a leaflet into my hand. It contained 14 demands. I could agree with 13 of these demands, but I couldn't agree with the 14th, which called for the withdrawal of Soviet troops from Hungary. This was a demand which we couldn't possibly achieve.
The demonstrators carried portraits of Imre Nagy. Communist reformers urged him to take charge.
Imre Nagy was suddenly taken from his home to the parliament, and he had spoke of some minutes. He began saying, "Comrades," and then the crowd roared and said, "We are not comrades."
Nagy had misjudged the popular mood. Hungarians wanted immediate and radical change. In the center of Budapest, an excited crowd toppled the monument to Stalin. Nagy stayed silent when Hungary's tottering communist leadership called on the Kremlin to crush the growing unrest.
I got a telephone call from my divisional commander in Cegléd. He told me, "You've got to go to Budapest. It's urgent." I asked, "What are my orders?" I was told that orders would be given when I arrived in the city. We were approaching the city as dusk fell. We thought that all that was needed was a show of force. Then I heard a machine gun open fire, and the screams of a man who was wounded or dying. Then I realized that things were going to get serious.
Armed civilians had prevented Soviet tank reinforcements from entering Budapest. The Hungarians had equipped themselves with Molotov cocktails, rifles, machine guns, and enthusiasm.
I don't know how the guns work, but one older man, his name was Pista bácsi, he says, "Don't worry about it, I'm gonna teach you." And then I looked at the gun was bigger than me. They explained to me and showed me a couple of times. And the very first time I had to use it, I closed my eyes because, you know, for scared. I never used gun before. So then I looked around and there was a couple soldiers there. And they teared up from the uniform, they had stars for the Russian stars, so they teared it off. And they said, "Don't worry about little girl, we take care of you."
Quite a few times I wanted to go home. Maybe the next bullet is gonna be mine. And I started to go, and when I saw the 14, 15-year-old kids dead, I said, I was in the service for 2.25 years. I know how to handle a gun. And I'm going home, and I'm gonna leave these kids to die for our country. The shame kept me there.
During 4 days of fighting, the Budapest revolutionaries stood their ground. There were heavy losses on both sides. Imre Nagy arranged a ceasefire. The Soviets agreed to withdraw their troops from Budapest. The Kremlin hoped Nagy, now prime minister, could restore communist authority. But the patriot in Nagy was taking over. Cautiously, he decided to back the Hungarian revolutionaries.
Magyarország népe a múlt héten tragikus görfesággal peregtek a véres események. De az is vitathatatlan, hogy ezekben a megmozdulásokban elemi erővel bontakozott ki egy nagy, egész népünket átfogó és egyéforrasztó nemzeti demokratikus mozgalom.
A Nagy Imrét, én megmondom önnek őszintén.
I'll tell you quite honestly, and this is not only my opinion, this is what every revolutionary thinks, at least the ones who dare express their opinions.
Nagy Imrét mi csak akkor.
We only recognized Imre Nagy as our prime minister when he actually acknowledged the revolution.
Amikor ő fölvállalta, és nem azt mondta.
He announced, "This is not a counter-revolution, this is a fight for freedom."
Forradalom van, hanem azt mondta, hogy ez szabadságharc.
During the fighting in Budapest, many people had taken refuge in cellars. As they emerged, they found much of their city in ruins. The Hungarians thought they had won their revolution. They came out to mourn their dead heroes. Western correspondents flocked to Hungary to report on a victory.
What do you hope will happen now?
We hope that our country will be entirely free and we can work and we can have free connections with West, newspapers.
People were enormously optimistic that life had changed. Everywhere in the country, the Hungarian tricolour was flying with the middle torn out, the communist emblem torn out. It seemed to be, a completely liberated country.
Many Hungarians looked to America and the West to guarantee their revolution.
Behind me is the Blue Danube in Budapest.
The scene is calm enough here, but the rest of this city is in a bloody turmoil. For more than a week, the Hungarian rebels have been attacking the signs of Soviet tyranny. It's become a platitude to say of a people that they've earned their freedom. But it's the only thing that can really be said of the Hungarians today. Whether they will be free is still in the issue. But if sheer guts can win freedom, they'll win.
The West's attention was diverted by another crisis far from Europe. An extraordinary military venture was beginning in the Middle East. Egypt's Suez Canal was attacked by Britain, France, and Israel. America hadn't been consulted and was infuriated.